Somebody said the T in OTC stands for tariffs. Saw someone say, "Wise man, why are my eggs $45? He gonna hit Pumpkin Seth with the Mar-a-Lago punch. Alright, let's get serious here for a second. So Roman Reigns had this interview with Vanity Fair that was released today. He was talking about how much he supports Donald Trump even though he was a Democrat. Talking about how clear the election was and how one person was giving us information and the other was answering questions. Like, there's so much of a difference between that, but okay. He basically says Trump is just the bee's knees, the best a glazing session, as y'all would call it. And recently, these past few days, it's been a whole lot of glazing of Mr. Trump in the WWE. Now, I want to make this clear. Everybody has the right to vote for who they want to vote for. Everybody has the right to their own opinion. Remember, this is what y'all are saying online, okay? So y'all stick to this, hold to that. But this is the point I really want to get at right now. Does it really bother me that much that Roman Reigns is MAGA? It really doesn't. If y'all know, the landscape of WWE has been MAGA for a long time. They've been very right-wing. Linda McMahon's been working with Trump for years. I mean, Trump is in the Hall of Fame. The writing's on the wall, right? I know how to separate wrestling from the politics and just enjoy the wrestling for what it is. Now, here's where my problem is. All right, when you have these interviews and these questions about political affiliations with wrestlers and Triple H too, all of this glazing of Trump, it just takes away from the professional wrestling itself. So much attention is paid to political affiliations, and there's been a lot of attention recently in the WWE. Triple H was talking about how Donald Trump is good at generating heat, right? Like, he's such a great heel. Like talking about like he's a wrestler. But he's not just a wrestler. He's president of the United States. He has power. There's consequences to this power. And it's a lot of people who are suffering very real consequences as a result of his presidency. And for you to push these agendas about how great Trump is, it's kind of like you're trying to force your fan base onto the same ideals. This is where my problem is. I mean, look at this picture. They put the Ula Fowler on Trump. Why is wrestling becoming politicized? Listen, pro wrestling is meant to be an escape from the stress that goes on in the real world, especially from political issues. It's entertainment. It's a space for escape. You know, people to get lost in a story. WWE has become a propaganda machine for these right-wing MAGA conservatives. I don't like that. Keep politics out of my professional wrestling. It's as simple as that. Nobody wants to hear your political takes. Go on Fox News. Y'all love them so much. Go on there and talk about that shit. The Vanity Fair interview? Why are we talking about this shit here, Roman? I don't understand. The PR has been a disaster, okay? I don't want to hear your political taste. I don't want to hear no political bullshit in my professional wrestling. Just shut up and wrestle. Y'all see how they did shut up and dribble? Nah, we changing that shit. Shut up and wrestle, okay? And Triple H, I'm going to get on his ass about this too. He's crying about fans just want to be critics instead of enjoying the wrestling for what it is. Well, when wrestling becomes less and less about the wrestling and more about propagandized bullshit, like appealing to these MAGAs and the celebrities, this whole circle, right? When wrestling becomes less focused on wrestling, there should be critique in that. When these storylines don't make any sense, they have no heat, no interest, when you have absolute shooters like Carmelo Hayes and some stupid ass tag team with The Miz and ballers like Andrade left off of pay-per-views time after time again, when you have the Street Profits who have been building up this tag division along with DIY, the Garzas, MCMG for months and leave them off WrestleMania, fans are going to criticize, especially the ones that pay hard-earned money to go to these shows, that buy the merch, that have been fans for a long time. They're fans of professional wrestling. We're watching a professional wrestling show. We're not on no Fox News. It's USA Network. This isn't MSNBC. It's Netflix. What are we on here for? Entertainment. Shut the fuck up and stick to the wrestling. Stick to the scripts, big nose. If your nose wasn't so far up MAGA's ass, maybe you could sniff out what's really wrong with your product and tend to it and fix it. So all that shit about, oh, stop being critical. Shut your ass up. All right, I know I sound really angry and upset, but man, I don't care about Roman Reigns being MAGA. I do care about wrestling becoming more propagandized and politicized. Get that shit out of here. Keep politics far away from wrestling, and we won't have problems like this. And maybe there'll be less fan critique that's got your panties twisted up. You hate the online fans. Your ass probably listening to this now online. He can't stay off the Twitter. They won't be inviting me to no show after hearing this shit. But I don't care. We keep it real on this channel. The less you focus on this bullshit, the more you focus on the wrestling, the better the wrestling's gonna get. I know that's a crazy concept, but people need to understand that shit. All right? That's all I really got to say about this. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. Look, if it's active like I think it's going to be, conversation will be crazy. Subscribe to the channel. Y'all tune in for SmackDown reactions tomorrow. If you feel like you want to unsubscribe because of what you heard in this video, please do it now. Do I personally support Trump? Hell no. If that bothers you, please unsubscribe. But we talk about wrestling on this channel. That's what y'all come here for. The wrestling. The entertainment, to discuss wrestling, discuss storylines, what's going on in the ring. That's it. Just shut up and wrestle. Stick to the pro wrestling scripts. That's all I got to say about it. Peace out, y'all. See y'all tomorrow.